Good afternoon. Welcome to the First Local Afternoon Show. You're with Heidi and Colette. To say today has been full of news it is an understatement. It has been a day filled with robust news items. Started off with Heidi and myself at 8 a.m. Then we went to some live coverage of the Premier. We did some interviews, but most importantly, we covered Dan Gray live, who has been on scene at Bellevue Park for today's protest and rally against what's going on through this pandemic. There is a 10-second delay, so we're going to throw back to Dan to find out, but there's about 50 to 75 people there today. They've had some guest speakers. We're now going to go over to you, Dan. What's going on? We see you. We're going to hear him shortly, though. Look at him all there with his mask on. Social distancing.
Heidi. We are here at Bellevue Park. They're just wrapping up the Freedom Rally that they were holding. They went down peacefully. There was no real conflict between anybody. We had some people a lot of people drove by, honked their horns in support. A few people drove by screaming at them. I think it went better than a lot of people had expected. I think it went better than a lot of people online had expected. So this will be our last time from down here today. For Sue Online and on TV, I'm Dan Gray. Back to you, Colette and Heidi.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gray. Good job today, and we appreciate that. Just want to just point out that Dan and Bruce and Jacob, they got down there social distance. They were across the street at first. There wasn't too many people there. It was about 25, 30 people to start. No police presence whatsoever for the first almost 45 minutes. Then the crowd started getting bigger. Now there was police like casually driving by to see what was going on. So Dan's there, more than 6 feet apart than from the crowd. And so it was actually a peaceful protest in the end, which we're very thankful for. And now you're going to get Heidi and Colette.
Yeah, well.
Because I need to finish my day and my week, and so do you, with a smile, because it's been a heavy, heavy day today.
I just, I just can't help but wonder if this is going to just kind of muddy some of the waters around the existing regulations that have been put in place for the stay-at-home. Not expressing an opinion per se.
No, just throwing it out there.
That was a significant cluster of people, unmasked and standing very closely together. But I'm glad that there. I was concerned that there might be some potential for violent interaction, but I'm pleased to note that everybody, comported themselves in a very responsible way while expressing their views and opinions, which, and we do like to present all sides of the story, so certainly this is one of the alternate views, and
you do have to
good for everybody to present their view in a peaceful manner. So
absolutely. And and we also thank you for watching. We've had a great following today on our news this hour and with our morning show and afternoon show. So we just want to take the time to thank you for watching Sue Online, bring you that feed live. And now let's rip off that Band-Aid for our Ontario members and locally what EPH is reporting for today as far as COVID-19.
Okay, so just to kind of recap what we hit this morning, we're still looking at, what I call the little tiny round Band-Aid, the kind you get after a vaccination, for example.
Oh, how apropos.
And so overnight, Algoma Public Health is reporting 3 new cases of COVID-19. 2 rolling up to Sault Ste. Marie and 1 from Elliott Lake. And in addition, we have had 5 more cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern. So for those of you who are unaware, through contact tracing, Algoma Public Health will notify you directly if you are considered to have been a close contact of any of these 3 cases. So conversely, if you have not been contacted, then you may consider yourself to be safe from exposure to these 3 particular cases. So cases 329 through 331 are reported to be self-isolating. 320, all 3 do report the cause of exposure as close contact. 2 were tested on the 28th and 1 was tested on the 26th. So regions with COVID-19 cases reported in the last 10 days within Algoma regions include Sault Ste. Marie and area and Elliott Lake and area, bringing our totals to date. 130,887 tests have been administered, out of which we have confirmed 331 cases, currently bringing our active caseload to 44, with 3 of those being non non-Algoma residents.
Okay.
We have 3 people in hospital currently, one of which is a non-Algoma resident. The number of cases that are resolved are up to 290, and we have 54 cases that have screened positive for variants of concern. Now, provincially, we are looking at 3,887 COVID-19 cases as of today, which is nearly the same number as was reported yesterday when we rang in with 3,871. So our 7-day in Ontario, our 7-day rolling average of new daily cases is 3,722, which is down from last week. Okay, so right now, as of Friday, 2,201 people are currently hospitalized with COVID-19 within the province. Of those patients, 883 are being treated in intensive care units, and 632 are breathing with the assistance of a ventilator. We have logged 21 additional COVID-19 related deaths in the previous 24-hour period, bringing the total number of fatalities to 8,050. Okay, so I'll just do the breakdown in the hotspots.
Okay.
So among the hotspot regions, health officials have reported 1,331 new cases in Toronto,
crazy.
Which is up from 1,172 reported yesterday.
Absolutely.
871 new cases in Peel region, 267 in York region, 208 in Durham region, and 204 in Hamilton.
Yes, I saw that Hamilton made the list today.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you very much. So when we were checking out Dan at that rally, the weather looked pretty good, although I could tell in my earpiece, I was like, like for the last 2 hours, that's all I've had jammed in my ears. And Dan's voice, which was awesome. Anyways, let's hear Craig's voice and find out if those blue skies are sticking around for the rest of the weekend.
Well, the winds has certainly picked up over the last couple of hours. We're currently seeing sustained winds of 52 kilometers an hour, gusting to about 70 kilometers an hour right now. But we do have some beautiful sunny skies as well. We'll take a look at the radar and show you what we look like from space, and that's what we look like. Clear, high pressure sitting over us. We again have that special weather statement issued by Environment Canada that looks like it will expire at around 6 o'clock tonight, just as those winds are expected to actually die off later on today. But we can now expect the winds to peak over the next 90 minutes or so. So if you're heading out, watch out for that. This is our current situation. We're only sitting at 5 degrees. And again, those winds are the weather maker today. Gusting from the northwest, making things a little cool, and the pressure continues to rise, and that's why I say we're still going to see those peak winds over the next 90 minutes or so before they die off, but leaving us for a very nice evening tonight as the winds start to calm down. We're going to see some clear conditions with just increasing clouds. I'll give you all of that information coming up at 5 o'clock.
Thank you, Craig. Join Craig and I at 5 o'clock tonight for your news at night. And Jake and I with her sports at 7:05 Sports, and Heidi and I right now. Yeah. It's been a long day. It feels like we're in like past 24 hours, which we're not, obviously. Okay, Ontario's Long-Term Care COVID-19 Commission is to submit its final report to the provincial government today. What does that look like and what does it mean? The Commission has examined what went wrong during the first wave of COVID-19. Also, they've interviewed Mary-Lee Fullerton, who is the Minister of Long-Term Care. They've also interviewed some support workers, family members, residents of long-term care facilities to try and gather everyone's information as to what has gone on in response to the COVID-19 and how, if this should ever happen again in a pandemic, not too sure where I'm going, if it should ever happen again in a pandemic, that how the province is going to respond. So the report is to include recommendations on how the province will respond. Look out for that later today. We'll have it posted on our website so you can have some weekend reading.
Yes. Okay, and we have been providing continued information with regards to the strategies to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 in the hotspots, and that some of that involved taking patients and bringing them to hospitals outside of the community, in some cases Northern Ontario, to ensure appropriate care and to alleviate stress on the health systems in the hot spots. Now, in addition to just sheer volume of people being infected, another issue has raised its head. So a Toronto hospital has had to transfer some COVID-19 patients now as their oxygen supplies were running low. So they've been canceling some surgeries. They've had to transfer some COVID-19 patients due to this issue. And the vice president at Michael Garron Hospital says staff identified the risk early today because of the high volume of patients requiring oxygen. So the hospital did reach out to other facilities and has transferred 10 patients while it brought on additional temporary oxygen capacity. So he said the hospital also canceled 7 surgeries and diverted some ambulance to reduce the demand on oxygen. And Ontario's hospitals are continuing to have to manage the record high admissions and patient numbers in intensive care during the third wave of the pandemic. So the province says today that 2,248 people are hospitalized with COVID-19, 884 are in intensive care, and 620 are on a ventilator. So we are continuing to monitor that situation.
Thank you very much. We got one more story. We're going to throw to a commercial. But after the commercial, we are going to come back, and there's a thing called hashtag sign wars going around, not just here in Sault Ste. Marie, elsewhere in the province. But man, do we have some funny signs to share with you with our local businesses that are showing. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to read a little bit of a story about a woman charged with some break-in and enter. Because what would be a day with Heidi and Colette without some crime stories? 2021, April 29th, a woman was arrested, 30-year-old Vanessa McKinnon, with a charge of break and enter now added to her name. Back on October 14th of 2018, there was a break and enter that happened around the 100 block of Queen Street East. After they did some investigations for the last almost 2 years, they have located, or more than now, they have located the woman. They arrested her yesterday. She is charged with theft under $5,000. She is going to meet with a judge on June the 14th. We'll be right back after this commercial break with some more sign wars that we think will make you laugh and enjoy this Friday afternoon.
Let's see, so kidney is these are my grandpa's kidney stones. They're very precious. Kidney is a bone in your back that helps you turn. I don't know, to be honest.
They don't know kidneys are vital, do you? Get the facts at kidney.ca.
Welcome back to First Local Afternoons with Colette and Heidi on April 30th. It is Friday. It doesn't feel like Friday yet, but it's going to feel like it soon.
It feels like about 3 Mondays mixed together right now. It's the last day of the month, the last day of the week.
That's right.
And it's on my last nerve at that.
Ooh, a whole bunch of lasts.
I know.
So we have, I'm going to say we have 2 feel-good stories, I think, before we go into the Sioux signs. So we had previously reported that as part of a 7-branch amalgamation, Northern Credit Union was to be closing their branch located in Richards Landing, which really made a significant difference in that community, being the only financial institution on the on the island, and as well meaning that for the people who do their banking with Northern Credit Union, they would be looking at traveling approximately 45 minutes away to do any banking. So a decision has been made, and Northern Credit Union has announced through the local publication on the Island Clippings, that Richards Landing branch on St. Joseph Island will in fact be remaining open. So again, this is in response to the announcement in February indicating the consolidation of the 7 branches. Now they are rolling out a new pilot model of banking, which will begin in June for Richards Landing citizens. So the community cooperative model will function as a satellite location to a bigger nearby branch. So the modifications to the services previously offer will still include in-person investment and lending advisory services, payments, drafts, account transfers. They will also still be maintaining their ATM. So, you know, they're hoping that the community cooperative model will be picked up.
Awesome.
Other people will see value in it. And a local resident, Thomas Henschel, who was one of the, you know, he and his wife actually did put the model forward.
Yeah.
They are thankful, we are thankful that we were able to reach a mutual agreement that will make a real difference for our community. Love that sense of community, so
Yeah,
that's great. So
absolutely,
through
yeah.
the changes, sorry.
No, so just, no, go on. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this will be a 2-year pilot, and through the changes, this branch on Richards Landing will be open Monday to Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. This
Yeah.
block of time is allocated to appointments only, and then they will reopen at 1 o'clock and be open until 3 for walk-up traffic. So good.
That's awesome. I
Yes.
mean, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was just thinking,
No.
like, the expectation to have residents of the people on the island to drive 45 minutes to get to do a simple
Yes.
banking transaction is absurd.
Yeah.
If they don't want to do the online banking or the telephone banking,
Yeah,
right?
no, for sure.
Anyways,
I mean,
very
for the
good.
people, I mean, I did my time as a teller.
Look
I
at
worked at
you.
Royal Bank and CIBC, and I will tell you that the people who enjoy the interaction, the walk,
Yeah.
you know, the going in,
Yeah.
you know, they really enjoy it. And for some, it's quite an event. So to lose that
For sure.
capacity
You're right,
is,
yeah.
you know, was a significant blow, especially to a smaller community like Richards
100%
Landing.
agree,
So
yeah.
really glad to hear this story has taken a turn in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice change for us to read
Yes.
something that went in the positive
Yeah.
direction in the end of a news story. Just want to point out, your hair looks awesome. I was just thinking that, doesn't it? I really, it's like I was sitting there looking, I was admiring her hair when she was talking.
my
I'm like,
long,
I don't know, I feel
luxurious
like
blonde
you know that Alexis look that you were looking, I feel like you've got that.
Alexis.
Anyway, I just, I was going to wait till commercial break. I thought, why? Stacey got something nice to say, share it.
Oh, well,
Credit where
thank
credit's
you.
due. You look nice.
Thank you. I'm going to start blushing now.
I know, they're cute. Okay, so hashtag sign wars is trending. I don't know if it's across the country, but it's definitely across our province.
Definitely.
We have, Sue Online has a very funny one that we'll be sharing with you next week. I will not let the cat out of the bag.
No.
I think it's hilarious. However, we're going to go to some Sue Sign Wars on Facebook and share these pictures with you because we want to laugh. So this was the very first one, and hence the word default. Coach's Corner Default Sign War Champion. They threw out the gauntlet. They were the first ones at it. Giovanni says, hey, little bro, you want to start a sign war? Clearly they're talking to Fratelli's because that's their
Could be
other...
Burger Don.
or could be Burger Don. Then we've got Stonehouse. Stop whining, coach, and game on. So they responded to whining to the Coach's Corner. What do we have next, Mike? Oh, hey, Sue Mill, we'll trade pizza for lumber. So Sue Mill responded to Fratelli's, who is the baby brother of Giovanni, so hopefully they have that sign too. What else we got? Bricksmith says, hey, Fratelli's, we would like some pizza, but all we have is bricks.
No lumber.
No lumber. No lumber. That's our Brick Space who did our Legos. Station Mall says, the sign war, come on, we'll beat them all. Hey, Habitat for Humanities, what's older, our residents or your furniture? Whoa! Hello, Finnish Rest Home. Hey, Proust, can you afford to accept this challenge from Florida Maitland? That's hilarious. Johnny's Chop House and Bar says the war is on and the stakes are high. Aww. Very funny, Johnny.
Sounds like a
what do
dad
they have?
joke.
Hey, what does that say? Home Hardware, feed us your wood. Oh, there you go. Wow, did I just say that? Feed your wood. This is terrible. Hey, Fratelli's, you're a real pizza work, which is funny. Hashtag West is best. That's from the Sports Center. Benjamin says, come check out our family jewels. Well, we just might. And hey, Superior Customs, it's not the package that's important. It's can you deliver?
Oh!
Ooh, he's still going with mobile details. Just really throwing that one. Big brothers and big sisters say, hey, Zen, you don't need a big sign to be a big deal. They already are a big deal, big sisters and big brothers. Cora Collegiate, love this one. Sure be pining for our Superior sign all night. So they've got Hashtag saddle up, because we are the Colts at Cora, so we're saddling up and we're throwing out to all the rest of the schools in the Sault. What else do we got? A couple more. I can't read that. What does that say? It's something about Burger King. We've got the Queen Bird, the Mama Burger, something about the King, I believe. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a little bit. Anyone want to start a sign warn? Hello, Bueller. Bueller. And do we have the Flair for Flowers one? We have to share that. What's that one? Hey, Northside, do your civic duty and avoid the
coronavirus.
Classic stuff there. What do we got? This is your favorite one. Why don't you read this one? Can you read that? Okay.
Your signs are making us wet our plants.
Amazing. So keep it up, Sault Ste. Marie. These are great. We're going to keep sharing these. And like I said, next week we're going to be sharing ours. Hold on to your knickers. It's funny.
Makes me yearn for a dad joke. Where's our
dad joke. Do we have a dad joke today? Kevin, dad joke. Let's hope Kevin. We have 10 minutes to the show. Okay, well, Kevin is, I don't know, maybe he's writing down some dad jokes. Maybe
I don't
he's doing
know.
some
I
signs.
don't know. I don't know.
He knows Friday we make the call for a dad joke, and he says,
oh Lord, he's coming.
I hear the door.
Did you hear about the 2 guys that stole a calendar?
No, what happened to the 2 guys who stole a calendar?
They both got 6 months.
No!
There we go.
And with that corny joke, we're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back after this break. I just said break twice. Twice I said break. I need a break.
The COVID-19 pandemic in Canada is serious. We must continue to practice all public health measures. Follow local guidelines for gatherings, maintain physical distancing, wash your hands, wear a mask, and download the COVID Alert app. If you have symptoms, even mild ones, stay home. Protect yourself and others. We've come too far to stop now.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Well, thank you for coming back, and welcome back to First Local Afternoons with Colette and Heidi.
I was trying to sneak out and be like, nobody's going to notice if I'm gone.
I grabbed her right by her earpiece. Get back here. Yeah. Get back here. No, she's been very busy today. She has been pulled hither and thither. Therefore, I am happy to, kind of guide us through the rest of this. We've still got a few things to talk about, a few stories.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to go into some social media, but I prefer to kind of, stick to the social media that pertains to our usual banter and interaction.
Yeah.
Certainly a lot of people have come forward to share their thoughts and views, their opinions on the peaceful protest that did just wrap up at Bellevue Park. And my decision to not really go into it is not negating your opinion. It's simply by virtue of time, I'm just going to kind of move through, because we still do have some news items.
Wise decision.
So,
see, this is why I'm sitting like this right now. I said, Heidi, it's all to you, man. I love you, sister.
So, okay, but it's still going to be a tricky balance. Okay?
You got it. You got it.
Bev B pops up and says, good afternoon, ladies. Scary to see so many without masks. Hope no one gets sick. Nice to see Dan Gray social distancing.
Thank you.
And certainly that is an opinion that has also been shared by other viewers. And I think that the way things have been managed, it is startling when you see a group of people without masks. So, and that's just observational, not judgmental. And Dan Gray, yes, I'm always pleased to see him social distancing. Jim Whitty says,
hi, Jim.
Afternoon. Hello, Jim.
How's it on the island? Are you happy about your bank? Maybe he'll respond.
He might have a chance to respond. There we go. I panicked for a minute. I thought I lost sound.
I was like, he's not responding.
No,
Wait a
in
minute.
the glass case of emotion. Bradley says, good afternoon, with
Bradley.
3 exclamation points. You know what, Bradley, at this point, I'll give you a good afternoon, but it's going to take 3 Miller Genuine Draft to get that level of energy back up.
I'm just going to put out a PSA of, if there are no MGDs at the location in which Heidi's about to visit after work, I would lock your doors right now. That's it.
Well, she will get the very angry, disgruntled picture because I always send her a picture. I'm either, or I'm like, oh. Yeah, so.
I want to see a thumbs up from my friend today.
So Bradley says, good afternoon. We've got, Robert KD, 911 is easy. Okay, so probably relating back to the coverage.
Oh, okay.
Robert N, this is a different Robert. I take their views a little more seriously if every one of these protests didn't involve crazy conspiracies. Also, I think, a common opinion that has been expressed.
Yeah.
Now, McDonald R says, right, can't just stick to their science facts, need to add New World Order, Great Reset, Communist Takeover. Okay, yes, so again, like the opinions, the opinions are certainly out there, they're available, and I'm sure that this robust discussion will carry on well into the evening.
Yeah.
So Brad
You're doing
says,
a great job, sister.
Oh, Brad's got a joke.
Oh, good.
Why is it a bad idea to iron your 4-leaf clover?
I don't know. Why is it a bad idea to iron that 4-leaf clover, Bradley?
Because you should never press your luck.
Oh, I like it. Also, I love that show. Did you ever watch that game show, Press Your Luck?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
No whammies, no whammies, stop! Yes.
I didn't mean to scream stop so loud there. Oops.
Okay, Jim has a dad joke. I have a lot of baby jokes, but I cannot deliver.
Oh, Jim, you witty man, you.
And one of my friends from my previous employment, Art, one of my very supportive members of the board of directors. It must have been really chilly down at the park. I missed the coverage. Yeah, the wind has really been a factor over the last couple of days, but Craig did say that it's winding down, so hopefully we'll be able to have a decent...
Do you want to believe Craig?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, Craig seems to have that commitment issue. And, like, really, I mean, don't they all, like, partially sunny, partly cloudy, could be this, could be that.
Honest to God, though, Craig, it's awesome working with you.
Tony M., you commented on him.
Hi, Tony, my guy. How's it going, Tony? Hey. He's my U-Ride driver. Tony's an awesome dude.
Good afternoon, best to be in...
Main camera.
Good afternoon, says... Best to be indoors. He's wearing sunglasses emoji. The sunshine is great as long as I don't come out of my car.
There you go. And if you do need to get around the city, contact U-Ride. Tony will pick you up.
And Jim says, I live in the Sault, Colette.
Jim, how do you feel about the bake being open on St. Joe's Island that doesn't affect you whatsoever? Sorry, Jim. Mr. Witty.
All right, well...
I think we're done.
I'm going to wrap up the social media on that note. Some local news that may disappoint some. Actually, I'm going to say it's going to disappoint many because this is an event that's sold out pretty much every year that it runs. Sault Sings for Kids has been canceled. Okay, so canceling themselves for a second year in a row due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. So they issued a statement, regretfully, we find ourselves in the same position as a year ago. The Sault Sings for Kids Executive Committee has decided to cancel the 2021 show. So they encourage people, though, they say that while the pandemic is causing the cancellation of the live show, COVID will not stop us from raising money for local children's charities. Please stay tuned and get ready for our Sault Sings for Kids 2021 virtual event.
That's good that they're still doing
I hope that we can bring some more information forward on that. So,
for sure.
Okay.
All right, are we done for the day? I think we're done for the day. Hola, thank
All right, I'm going to spare you the rest of the news. Oh, no, I have one more thing. One more thing.
Oh,
no,
yeah, well,
no,
you can do whatever. I'm just going to sit back.
Hey.
I've had enough of today.
Today, Arch is doing their 50-50 draw at 5 o'clock. It is your last chance to get in there and buy some tickets. As of this morning, well, people might want to know about the money that they could win, but okay, so just go to the website, then you can get the amount of money that you may or may not win. All right, but
she's responding to her ear, by the way. I'm still laid back. Look at me, this is unprofessional, but
Okay, well, clearly the show could go on without me. However, I'm going to still say they're making the draw at 5 o'clock, so you have until 4:59 to make your purchase and take your chances at maybe winning the money, okay? And for the record, I bought 2 lottery tickets last week because you keep taunting me, and guess what? I didn't win. So
Did
somebody
anybody
else is
else
out
win?
there. Of course somebody else is out there with my money. Of course somebody else won.
Well, go buy your Arch tickets, go buy your 649s in Lotto Max, and then you can tick Heidi off even more when we find out if you won on Monday. Okay, have a good
If you
weekend.
have my money, you buy me some Miller Genuine Draft.
Make sure it's MGD and cold. Have a good weekend. See you Monday at 8 for our 1 hour show.
1 hour.